All right, so Amber, Ananda Alert. We want to start there because you've been doing some work with them. And so I want to start there, but also specifically about the Stop the Violence Against Children. Tell me, how did this come about?
All right. So I recently was in the Turks and Caicos Islands, and a sister of mine, very popular sister, she was on America's Next Top Model. That is Camille McDonald, very young, vibrant young lady who's interested in the concerns of Caribbean people, and some issues that we have going on in society. So more than just a pretty face, and she knows my work, so she brought it to my attention, and I said, this is a good thing, and we can't just let it go by like it's a secret. We need to let everybody know
Mm-hmm.
that the march is coming up. We have seen so many incidents of violence against our children that it's pretty much intolerable at this time to just sit back and watch anything like this go by. So
Mm-hmm.
as you know me, I'm very passionate about these things, and this is how I discovered this march coming up, and
Yes.
decided to become a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not only because I have a child, I just love children, and children are the future. And if we continue on the road that we're on with children, it's not a good look, my sister.
No, it's not. We are the violence against children in Jamaica. So many of our people have become numb to it, and we also have a situation where we continue to blame the children who are being molested, who are being raped. It's such a shame that we talk about how them forced rape and we talk about how them doing this and how them doing that, but they are still children. So there has to be a whole, I think, different attitude in how we engage with our children and the issues relating to our children. But we're also just hearing, and I don't know if you've seen the story, that monies that, and I probably need to find that story because I don't want to give a wrong um, information. But basically, it is that monies that are supposed to be going to child care and child management in Jamaica, that the statistics or the research is now showing that majority of that money is going into paying salaries are not necessarily into caring for children or managing children's concerns and so on. I'm going to pay some more attention to that, but that is the latest thing we're hearing. I'm not sure if you heard that, Amber. Did you lose Amber? Yes, I'm not hearing you, Amber. Oh, you're mute again, Amber. You're still mute. Amber, you're mute.
Uh,
Yes, start over.
yes, I'm good now. Um, I didn't hear that report yet, but can I ask you something? Are you surprised?
Not at all, because we've been saying it, in this space. We just never have the evidence in hand, but we could feel it. It has to be exactly what they've said.
It seems to
No.
me that when it comes to money, money can never go to the right place. What me hear you talk about the hurricane thing, and I don't ever touch on that yet. Um, it is just ridiculous the way how these concerns to do with our children are taken lightly, even by the agencies that are responsible for these things. I don't get it.
I am not understanding it myself, and one of the reasons why I think we have to pay some serious attention is that this, for yourself and also for me, this is what we've been dealing with all of our lives in media, right? And so we've been having the conversations. And one of the things I do when I'm doing interviews, and I'm sure you do it, is to say, so what are the gains? What changes are you seeing and so on? Because the issues remain so phenomenal just the same, almost as if, we are unable to break the back of this apartheid,
Yes,
of this system.
yes.
But so tell me how the march, tell me about the march, what it will include, what the message is, and so on.
All right. So the march is gonna be on Friday, May 22nd. Stop the violence against children. Everybody who understands that statement should just come out. I'm gonna have more announcements when I come in with details and so on. But we start at Duke Street and we end at Hero Circle with some presentations and performances. And really, it's Child's Month, so it's more of a time to highlight these issues that our children face and to support causes like this one. Like I said, once Camille explained to me and I went online and saw the legitimacy of this, initiative and the fact that it's been done in the diaspora and is now coming to Jamaica, because it's not in Jamaica alone we have this thing to do with the violence and the treatment of our children. It's right across Caribbean, and it seems to be in spaces where majority Black people have been, placed, so to speak, because remember, so we not come from around here.
Exactly. It's part of
They
this.
bring we around here, separate with families, teach with violence, and this is the result now. We plague ourselves with these things.
Yes.
How can a big man see a little girl and think she's sexy? How can an adult have a child in their care and beat that child to death? You saw the story of the man beat his son to death the other day, right? I mean, these things to me are just so sad as a Jamaican. It really breaks my heart. So, I am happy to be a part of an initiative like this and support the sister Lena and the others who are associated with this. I encourage people to come out. Tabu, do you find, and I know that, I don't know if you want the word activist, I use advocate.
Yes.
But as an advocate or an activist, do you find that when these opportunities come around for us to gather and for us to show the seriousness of situations like violence against children in Jamaica, the people them now come out?
Well, listen.
And if cartels say free concert tomorrow, if you can't go nowhere, traffic block.
Right, but that goes to the structural. It's systemic, and even our own. We ourselves, the people, have become the protector of the violence against them. We are numb to and have accepted the condition in which we are existing. And this is part of the thing that you say apathy, but it really is, it goes to the structural violence that I'm talking about, whether it is in the schools, whether it's in the communities, whether it's in the healthcare system. And so people are of the view that not gonna change. Not gonna change. So why should I do this? Why should I do that?
Come out. Oh my Lord.
So I do hope, though, I tell us about, I mean, people will still come, and we just need a critical mass. And
Yes.
I think the system is also rigged so that we fall back, whatever we are fall back, the system rigged for that to happen. And we must
Yes.
look at the players within the system who are funding whatever it is that our people's minds are twisted towards. That is that is negative for us. That is not helping the society at all, not helping us as a nation. We have to begin to name the places, the sources, and the people who fund vulgarity and nastiness and dirtiness and stuff, and take it away from the end result. Because a lot of what's happening is all it is funded. Amber, got
Not funded. It's at the convenience of these people who want their involvement in violence and abuse against children to be kept silent. We have such a secret society when it comes to them something there. People protect each other. As you said, they blame the children. Oh, her skirt is too short and she too young for her wear the short skirt, so that's why that happened to her.
she forced her.
These are ideas that we perpetrate on ourselves and each other. Oh, we are gonna mash up the young man's future. Nobody never tell him to hold her down. How do we justify these things? How can an adult female now come and say that her stepfather has been abusing her since she was 14? How can a child at 8, we discover that the father has been having sex with that child since she was 4?
Raping her, not sex. That's not sex. That's rape. Raping her since she 4. And this is the reality. This is Jamaica's reality, that we keep burying under mountains of corruption and using the money that's supposed to deal with these issues to pay each other's salary. And that is why we have to call these things out and begin to name them and refuse to accept them. Amber, read through the flyer, because you leave off some stuff. So look on the flyer and go and give me and read it. Read through the flyer.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Because of the Zoom connection at the moment, I'm unable to.
All right, so let me go through. It says, stop the violence against our children. If the recent news stories of violence against children mean something to you, join us on Friday, March 22, 2026. Wear red and black. Stand in solidarity. Show your support. Lunchtime march. The time 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the gathering is at 10 a.m. at the corner of Duke Street and Sutton Street. And the route is you're marching along Duke Street onto North Street. Them sell a building with it up on North Street, no, you know that. And onto East Street, ending up at Heroes Park.
Yes.
So I'm getting it right. And the message is enough is enough.
Yes.
No more violence, no more silence. So, what will be provided? There's some stuff that will be provided. I'm looking at the thing. It says T-shirts will be provided.
Yes, and the novelties.
Placards and red. Oh yes, thank you. It's up on the screen now. For those who are watching on YouTube.
Thank you, Peter.
Yeah, so placards, T-shirts, red flags, and hydration. You're saying that would be provided for people who turn up?
Yes.
All right.
Like I said early, Sister Lena, who is one of the main persons spearheading this initiative, has done this. She has the experience. She's done it in the Bahamas, in other places across the diaspora, and is very motivated and passionate, like you and myself, about these issues that have to do with our children. As the thing says, too much silence. But even when I look at everything, the hurricane money not gone out to the people, them, all the other things, because I've been analyzing for myself. As you know, I'm very interested in these topics that have to do with our people. Our people is me and I am our people. So these things never go over my head that they have hurricane donations, which have not gone to the people from burial, and people are suffer literally. Remember, say me go out there in a cabo at tent, make it people feel living, you know. Remember, say people still on that tarpaulin right now with them picnic them same way, you know. And when I analyze for myself and think of the many incidents of corruption to do with monies, we are in a very bad way right now, you know. I don't know how where the people them name Cabo over England and Scotland Yard. How Scotland Yard not running? How more can not running? Me not understand.
Yeah, because they're not really better.
Is that part of the system? So they tolerate it and they allow it, and it just goes on and on. When are we going to really stand up for a real change in Jamaica? How can we ever rise if monies keep on being confused? Because according to them, the hurricane relief money is not missing; it's just sitting.
And it's only 2% that are 2% paid out. Maybe less than 2%.
Out. 98% is just sitting where we don't know. It could be in somebody's pocket or somebody's account.
No, I don't think it's in somebody's pocket. Make we take that back because so then we're right way. So listen, the Auditor General flags a slow use of hurricane donations. After receiving 1.44 billion in donations by February 23, 2026 to assist Jamaicans devastated by Hurricane Melissa, the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, had spent just 26.2 million or 1.8% of the funds by that date. And this is according to the Auditor General's Department report tabled in Parliament on Tuesday. The real-time audit of the Hurricane Melissa Relief Initiative, which examined financial management and procurement under the government's roof restoration program, also found that $34 million worth of roofing materials could not be properly verified because the supplies had not been signed by the supplies had not been supported by signed delivery slips or goods received notes, while a further 141.1 million in committed expenditure lacked confirmed payment or documentation. The whole thing is a mess. The whole thing is a mess.
They have documentation problem, do because with the UE issue, same thing. Everything them out.
Documentation. You see, this is why I'm saying this is slackness. This is slackness.
Total.
This is slackness and it not depend on rhythm. You understand me? But this is the worst kind of slackness that we can ever experience on this island.
But you can't tell them that a music to them dance are the worst enemy of the people. And them not pay attention to these things. We say, oh, this is super slackness. People are suffering, and you are telling me that the money is there, but 6 months pass going into seven, and them not get it because why? Because why?
But Amber, while the people haven't received the money, they are suffering. You know, 4 or 5 days ago, we spoke on the phone because there were still goods on the wharf that there were difficulties clearing
Oh,
them for people, right?
I'm glad you said that. Can I just give that a little plug? I am looking for, because as you know, I do this as an individual, as an advocate. I do not have a registered foundation. And right now, I'm looking for a foundation to accept 95 barrels from Canada, which are stuck at the wharf. And I'm sure everyone has seen the videos and heard the stories of the things going rotten at the wharf, becoming, garbage while
This
people
is
suffer.
this is
So I'm
another thing.
appealing to any
Goodness gracious
registered
me.
foundation that would like to assist to clear 95 barrels, which I am unable to do as an individual, as you know,
Yes, Amber,
unless it's going to cost me an
Amber,
arm
they
and a
hear you
leg.
and they know where to find
So,
you. I'm totally out of time because my guest is standing by to come on. But
yes.
Amber, we talk again, right? Thank you so much. And just finally, the march again is on Friday. They
The
give me.
kind, yes. We start at Duke Street and we end up at Hero Circle where we will have some powerful speakers. People, please come out for this march. And Kabu, please, let's get it on the website. I know you have the influence. Okay, darling?
It's what me have that influence. Listen to me. Have a good day. Say hi to Malaya.
I will.
Take
Have a
care.
wonderful day
All
too.
right.
Enjoy
Take
the rest
care.
of the
All
show and
right.
thank you so much.
All right. Thank you too, Amber.